Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday the 19th of June. So looking at news first today, we've got the EU Economic Summit that starts today. We may get some speakers coming out from that. They're really meeting due to discuss the issue of recovery fund to respond to the COVID-19 crisis. This could be a good thing for the euro. As this is released, we may see the euro catch a bounce here. Technically though, let's just have a look at the technicals, and well, at the moment it's come just short of that daily 21, but the markets may just be picking up on the basis of as I say, that news that's coming out there, or say coming out, is due to be released, and we'll probably get speakers from such. At the moment it's well, slightly rising. Got this little rising trend line kicking in here. I do wonder post 8 o'clock if we'll see a breakdown and a push down towards that 60 minutes 500 and the S1, but we'll see. At the moment, as I say, it's caught the bounce, caught the bid, so it may continue. There is a bit of divergence across this time frame, but no other time frame. It's sort of sitting between those two lows there, those two significant lows. As I say, there's a bit of divergence there which may see it coming up, but erring for, I mean, it's touched the daily pivot there, so maybe a rollover maybe on the cards in the short term, but may become positive later. The pound, well, it's quite a relatively large sell-off day yesterday. In the end, closed just below its 50. The just looking at what's happening here, it just found support into the weekly S1, the 500 to 200, all sitting there. Again, consolidating really where it is. I do wonder, and I've drawn a trend line on here, just whether it will just break down there. Would have liked to have seen it run into its daily pivot first, of course, but it does look soft. Lower highs, low lows, majority of the time running through that. May have just pitched on a slightly little higher low through here, but certainly the highs aren't coming in yet. It's only that one move, so that's still erring towards the weak side for me on the pound. The dollar yen's been quite choppy, and it's not the easiest one to read. It's got on this 4 hour, you can see it's consolidated again. It's sort of not really moving massively, and when you come down to the shorter point, so yesterday we'd seen it in the morning, we'd seen it roll down, bit of a shove up towards its daily pivot, which it came short of. Then it rolled back over in the afternoon, and it's pulled back up again, and maybe it'll just continue to roll down. I just yeah, I'll leave that. Aussie dollar, not interested in the yen there. On its own, it may provide some half decent trades, obviously, with other pairs such as the pound. Aussie dollar, the Aussie dollar struggled a bit yesterday as well. Just not really doing too much. It's in this very consolidated zone at the moment. You can just see where my trend line, or I say trend line, horizontal support line now, just temporarily put on here. It's been holding up pretty well. Maybe a break of that will see us run back to those prior lows there at around about 68, but it's slow. Its lower highs come through. Again, it's just sort of really battered here at the moment. Maybe if you were looking for the short side, there's certainly a trend line potential sitting there across these lows. If I can pop that on, there we go. So if you're looking at sort of below those lows, it may just run back down towards that S1 and put us another low in there, new near-term low. Okay, that's the Aussie. Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar's consolidated where it is here. It's still not really moving too much on the dailies, and well, there we go, consolidation. At some point this might break out and a bit more, but at this stage you could be trading in ranges. It's risky-ish, but actually it's been pretty well behaved over the last few days here, so maybe it will roll back down there, but I'd just rather steer clear of that. Okay, and then oil caught a bid yesterday afternoon, or yesterday morning actually, and then carried on through the afternoon. It's just come out though, and see, we're just running back now to, well, I was hoping for a bit more of a retracement, to be fair, but either way it's pushing back towards that sort of $40 mark. Maybe they'll catch the weekly R1 there. It's quite a solid upward movement in the 4-hour chart here after that break of the wedge there. So it's, yes, to say continuation is in order at the moment. Maybe post. Well, I'd only really be wanting to buy into this. I don't really want to be on the sell side, but if it does retrace, I'd be looking for potential another move back up to these levels. But at the moment, it's round about near-term fair value to me, $40. So I do need it to retrace a little bit more. I think longer term, it's a hold to about $50 and more, but shorter term at the moment, over within days, $40 may just hold it out. I think we do have an OPEC meeting coming up soon. Okay, that's that, and finally the S&Ps. S&P's messy on the 60-minute, rising wedge at the moment. It's curling around here on this 4-hourly. Sorry, it's just come out to dailies first, and you can see doji, bit of a move at the moment, but they've certainly slowed up. The price action certainly slowed up here, which is not a bad thing if it's going to try and push again. It's what you need, is a bit of consolidation and then movement, but it really has got into this sort of slightly rising wedge there at the moment. It's a throw of a coin at the moment. It may have, hopefully at some point it will move out quite explosively, but for now it's slightly rising. But I'm looking at a 60-minute 500 there, and just thinking, well, at some point it might just break down back towards that and those prior lows, but we'll see. For now, it's, as I say, inconclusive. The emphasis seems to be short term on higher lows there and higher highs. Okay, that's me finished for today. Economic Summit then is the main thing today. Core retail sales out in Canada later, but don't expect too much movement from that. Have a great one. Bye for now.